All right. Hey, well, here it is. Here's the skinny, okay? By the way, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. Pastor Dowell here. Listen, I analyze and I realize a lot of stuff that is going on, not only in the world, but especially here on social media. In case you hadn't figured it out, there's a lot of people on social media that is mentally challenged. I mean, greatly challenged in their minds. There's a lot of people that have unresolved issues in life. And social media platforms has become the place for ignorant people, low base minded people to vent. And if hey, I'm sorry that I'm not posting too much on YouTube. I'm still posting now, but I'm not posting as much because I'm concentrating more on my Patreon channel now. Because over there, it's amazing what happens to the mindsets of people who really truly want to learn, who really truly want to grow, who really truly want to be effective in their life in some way, shape, fashion, or form, besides having drama, besides having discord, besides having division and arguments and just nothing but negativity always in their life. Always in their life. There are people out there, believe it or not, as few as they are, they would rather have the answers to things that they need to do in life than to sit up and spend all this time on social media worried about somebody's fake this, fake that, somebody arguing this, arguing that. I personally don't have time for it. Listen, I am a pastor of a small assembly. I'm also a father. I run 12 communities, and plus, I probably need to count them, but I can't tell you how many homesteads that I actually oversee, homesteads and communities. And I don't have time for people who have their own problems with their own personal accountability issues. I just simply don't have time for it. I don't even have time for it in my own home. In my own home, I expect peace. On my own community, I expect peace. You know, where I'm actually here at the headquarters and stuff, and for the most part, we have that. When you are a man like me that has the responsibility of so many souls on your hands, and it's in my heart and mind, and so many people that look to you for guidance and for truth and for honesty and integrity of heart and leadership, I don't have time to fool around with a bunch of sideshows, romper room stuff with people who refuse to advance their lives and get their lives better, and they're not putting forth and making a concerted effort. Henceforth, while I am somewhat still on YouTube, and besides YouTube, jacking me around all over the place, messing around with my subscriptions and subscribers, people don't even get the updates. They don't never hardly get anything when I come on. I just have chosen to put the majority of the things I'm going to speak about that will be impactful on my Patreon channel, because when people have teeth in the game, when people actually pay for something, they expect something in return. And then while I'm doing it, I know that I'm getting rid of the trolls. I'm getting rid of the low-based, mentally challenged people who don't have nothing else better to do in life but to sit down and troll YouTube and troll Facebook and troll everything. See, those people are not going to pay the money to come over there and get a subscription over there on Patreon to get educated, to learn how to advance their life in a positive way, to learn how to advance spirituality, to know, for instance, I talk about the trends that's going on in this world, and I tell you what, I cannot tell you how many times people have told me, Pastor, the way you speak, it's literally almost on a prophetic level, because unlike, this is what they tell me, unlike other pastors out there, not only do you preach and teach the word, but you live it. That's the big difference. And you show it in your everyday life. And in that, it's an inspiration. Like I said, just the other day, I had somebody who don't even follow me, and if I can use this term right here, religiously. When I mean religiously, they don't follow me far as, the preaching, the teaching, what we believe, and all that other stuff like that concerning the book, even though I think that they should. But that's my personal preference. everybody is just not going to hear that. I get that. But there are people out there who want to understand social, political, economic perspectives and point of view. They want to be able to see the forest for the trees. They want to be able to see afar off. They want to be able to take the wisdom and knowledge of someone who has been there and done it, who has a lifestyle that if you look over a pattern of years, even if you just go on YouTube and look over a pattern of years, you can literally see me go from what you would call almost a dismal nothing in a lot of people's eyes, and then look at us today. And not only that, see, as a leader, a good leader is someone that what they want to do is they want to be able to lead out front, and they want to lead by an example, and then lead by that example, they want others to be better as they grow better. And when people are around Pastor Dowell, I'm talking about all you people that are trolls and everybody else who don't know nothing about me. All you do is jump on the slander and the defamation ban, and nobody ever gets to peer and look into your life to see what type of character you are. Again, if you notice, over the years, I've been ignoring all of that for the most part, because it is nothing but an enticement to get out there to start more drama, more discord, more dissension. When, if anything, what we should be doing is trying to come together, especially with the way that the American government is tearing the people down through inflation and these policies that are being made today. And I tell you, you would think that people say, you know what, man, we need to try to get mutually assistance. But, I try to make sure that my presence makes an impact upon people in a positive way, that it will make so much of a positive impact in their lives that they will continue to keep advancing and then teach their children, because what you learn on social media is nothing but debauchery, nothing but lewdness, maliciousness, nothing but just the lowest base form of lifestyle that there is. And there's a reason why we live set apart. Everything that you see me live today, I live it because of what I learned from the book. But I had somebody who don't even follow me far as on the religious perspective and point of view, but they follow me on the advice that I give. And they sent me a $2,000 offering and said, thank you. They have 10 acres. They have their own home. They're debt free. They have so much money now, they don't even know what to do with the money, besides saving and continue to keep investing back into the land. That's a good problem, isn't it? Because see, if you try to if you follow my advice, you take my advice, chances are you'll learn how to live like 99% of Americans are not living, and you end up being in charge of your life, and you end up gaining peace, harmony, self-control, and you'll be able to just soar naturally and spiritually in your life. You've got to remove negative people with nothing but just low-based drama. Listen, I'm gonna do this, okay? I want y'all to hear me. Now, listen to me very closely. And my advice is that you would go to my Patreon channel and subscribe over there. You can come over there for as low as $1 or as much as you want. I recommend people go at the $20 level, but that's up to you. It's totally up to you, totally voluntarily. But it's amazing. I've been living 55 years, and I've been dealing with humanity for over 30 years, 30-something years of my life. And I pretty much know people. But you know what's amazing about people? This is what's amazing about people. You see, I can give all the wisdom, all the knowledge, all the advice to them or to somebody else. Let's say somebody else. And watch this. Man, Pastor, man, he gave some good wisdom, good advice, man. Man, I tell you, man, what a blessing that those people followed exactly what he said, because it saved them a lot of hardship, saved them a lot of trouble. Isn't that amazing? Man, I tell you, man, that's a wise man. But then when it comes to them, Pat Dowell, you just don't understand Pat Dowell, you got to understand Pat Dowell. See, I understand that situation over there, and you were able to help that situation over there, Pat Dowell. But Pat Dowell, my situation, Pat Dowell, is a little bit unique, Pat Dowell. Pat Dowell, you see, if you would walk a mile in my shoes, Pat Dowell, you would get what I'm saying, Pat Dowell, and then you can see things clearly, Pat Dowell. But no, what that is a stubborn, obstinate, stiff-necked person that refuses to change, because their will, their way, their book of the law that they're writing themselves, their rebellion and their stubbornness means more than the actual advice that it worked for everybody else, but all of a sudden it ain't gonna work for you, because what you're solely looking for is you're looking for somebody to do things your way, and you're looking for somebody to give you an answer that will suit you. And once I give an answer that will suit you, then you're fine. I remember some years ago, this guy kept asking me the same question about 4 or 5 times, and I'm sitting up here in my mind listening to him. I'm going, what in the world? I said, watch this. In the spirit of my mind, I said, so he asked the same question again another way. I said, man, you got that right, man. That's exactly what you need to do. Oh, Pastor Dowell, I knew you were anointed and appointed. Man, I'm so glad I came to you for counsel, because, man, I knew you would have the answer all along. He begins to walk off, take a few steps. I say, hey, wait a minute. Got something I want to say to you. Yeah, what you got, Pastor? I said, but did I give you the truth? Oh, yeah, sure, you would tell me the truth. I said, oh, really? I said, I told you the truth the first 4 or 5 times, and you couldn't hear it, didn't want to hear, because it did not suit what you wanted to do and believe, because of the idolatry, the idleness in your mind. But then when I agreed with the lie that you already believed and what you wanted to do, all of a sudden that was a revelation, knowledge, and truth, and you were good to go. I say, brother, you really truly better do some self-introspection. I'm serious, because the deception is running so deep in your heart that truth cannot be truth until you agree with it. And that is a very bad place to be. See, I'm too old for a bunch of drama and foolishness and nonsense. I didn't live my life all these years to act like a bunch of illicit, out of control teenagers. Or like I see on social media, sometimes people sending me videos. Can you imagine grown women in their 20s? The Holy Grail is out there twerking their behinds, and it gets more views, more attention than anything. And I'm sitting here thinking, in my own heart and mind, I'm sitting here thinking like this, and this supposed to be the next generation of mothers? No wonder families are failing. I can see the reason why families are failing. There's nothing real about the majority of women today. It's all fake. And so they fakeness sells, realness people hate and despise. It's off the chart. I'm like, wow, this is utterly amazing. So the truth is, people are steeped in rebellion, and they don't want anything that's going to advance them. Just the other day, I just gave some advice on investments. Some going to take it and prosper. Other people are not going to take it, and they're going to pass right on by. Foolish pass right on by. And you know what? It's never going, they'll never get it. For some reason, they will never get it. And it's amazing how you can have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people try to tell you the truth. And yet and still, people will rebel against that, kick against that, and still believe themselves to be right, even though there's safety in a multitude of counselors. This is how rebellious and stubborn and stiff-necked and stout-hearted people are. And it's real. It's very, very real. It's so real it's become people's religion and constitution. Can you imagine you get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wise people, people of wisdom, people of understanding, people of means, people of knowledge to try to give you advice, and you reject every single one of them because you believe your stubborn way, which is not prospering in a way, is so right. That's the deception. So that's the reason why I don't fool around too much over here. If you notice, I just put up in general stuff on YouTube. Try and do what I can to help people get informed. But I'm telling you right now, the best thing y'all can do is go over there to my Patreon. You're going to get fed over there. Because that's what my time, my energy, and my effort is being concentrated on. It really, truly is. I go live once a week, sometime twice a week. It depends on what's going on. I got a lot to speak about. It's going to be spoken about again this week at Patreon. It's not going to be, I'm not casting, I'm almost about sick and tired and done casting pearls before swine. And giving that which is set apart unto a bunch of people who treat things the way dogs would. It's just nonsense. It makes no sense. So I can't continue to keep pouring wisdom into a bag with holes, and there's no return on the investment, meaning the advancement of your life to where you're satisfied and you know that you're clear. We're real true deliverance ministry. We're real true y'all, but if you can understand things naturally, then you can understand things spiritually. Oh, I got a lot of answers for a lot of things, but you need to ask yourself a question. But is that the answer for you? That's the truth. That's true straightway. Down in the description, check it out. Use the first line. Go over and subscribe to Pastor Dowell's Patreon. All right. Y'all have a blessed day. See you on the other side.